The January transfer window is hotting up, with clubs looking to bring in key personnel as we reach the business end of the season. Chelsea look to have hit a setback in their pursuit to link striker Gonzalo Higuain back up with Maurizio Sarri, while the notorious Mario Balotelli could make a sensational return to Premier League football. Stay with Sportsmail for all the transfer action as it unfolds. Live. Sam McEvoy Host, commentator Danny Gallagher Host, commentator auto update 1658. That's all, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Sportsmail's Transfer New Live blog. Be sure to return tomorrow for all the latest news regarding the potential dealings across the footballing world. Thanks very much. 1650 Ranieri eyeing up move for Cahill. Claudio Ranieri has refused to rule out the signing of Gary Cahill, and with concerns surrounding Alfie Mawson's fitness, he insists Fulham are ready to spend. He has also revealed he would understand if loanee Timothy Fosu-Mensah was to return to parent club Manchester United, potentially creating room for Cahill's arrival. Mawson has started rehabilitation on the knee injury that Ranieri fears means he will be out for a while, and with Cahill out of favour at Chelsea, Fulham are reportedly close to concluding his arrival on loan. Read more here. 1639 Everton and Watford eye up Celta Vigo's Stanislav Lobotka. Everton and Watford are both keeping tabs on Celta Vigo's Stanislav Lobotka. The midfielder has also been on PSG's and Napoli's radar, having made quite the impression in La Liga. Lobotka is reportedly one of the names that could fill the void if Abdoulaye Doucoure were to leave the club. $16.11 done deal. Solanke complete. Cherries switch. Dominic Solanke has joined Bournemouth from Liverpool in a permanent transfer worth at least £19 million. Eddie Howe views the 21-year-old England international striker as an ideal replacement for Jermain Defoe, who is bound for Rangers. Solanke had been on the brink of a move to Crystal Palace earlier in the week, but the loan switch collapsed when interest from other clubs in a permanent transfer emerged. Read more here. 1603 Wagner reveals the Terriers are close to signing Puncheon on loan. David Wagner expects Huddersfield to complete the loan signing of Jason Puncheon from Crystal Palace within the next 24 to 48 hours. Forward Puncheon, 32, who has not started in the Premier League for Palace this season, will become Huddersfield's second transfer window signing following the arrival of defender Jaden Brown from Tottenham. "We are close, and I'm pretty confident this will be done in the next 24 to 48 hours," said Wagner, who refused to discuss any further targets. Read more here. 1453 done deal. Striker Ben Brereton has completed a permanent switch to Blackburn Rovers. The 19-year-old joined on loan from Nottingham Forest in the summer, with the option to make the deal permanent upon the opening of the January window. Rovers have done just that and announced the deal via social media. 14:30 Pellegrini sees Carroll stay. Manuel Pellegrini can't see a deal being done for striker Andy Carroll to leave the club this month. When asked whether a January move was possible, he responded, "I don't think so. I think Andy will stay here with us. He is an important player for our team." He is just coming back from a long injury, and the way he is taking advantage of his minutes, he will return to the player that we all know. Andy Carroll looks set to remain in East London. 14:22 Solskjaer blocks youngsters loans. Caretaker Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has blocked multiple loan deals for some of the club's youngsters in hope of giving them some playing time. Highly rated playmaker Angel Gomez was set to be sent out in search of first-team action, but this will now no longer happen, as report the Manchester Evening News. Gomez, 18, was included in Solskjaer's first travelling squad at Cardiff and cameoed in the Boxing Day win over Huddersfield. Tahith Chong, 19, was another who is now set to remain with United. Manchester United will no longer be sending playmaker Angel Gomez out on loan. 14:10 Bournemouth in for Solanke. Bournemouth are to ask Liverpool if they are willing to sell Dominic Solanke after agreeing to loan Nathaniel Clyne. Eddie Howe wants both players, as reported by Sportsmail, but can only take one on loan and has already agreed the deal for Clyne. Bournemouth will explore the possibility of signing Dominic Solanke. 14:02 Chelsea keen to keep Hudson-Odoi. Quite some speculation surrounding this young man now, isn't there? Bayern are determined to prize the winger away from Stamford Bridge, but Chelsea, despite rarely playing the England youth star, are in no rush to sell. Here's what assistant manager Gianfranco Zola has had to say: "It's about patience. I believe he has a bright future with us, but he will have to learn that right now for him, it's important to get better and better every day." "I know Bayern is very interested in him, but we're interested in him as well. We've proposed a contract for quite a while, so we're waiting." "We certainly value him as a player." Callum Hudson-Odoi is wanted by German giants Bayern Munich. 13:51 Beijing moved for Dembele. Simon Jones. Beijing are making a move to sign Tottenham midfielder Moussa Dembele. The Chinese club have opened talks with Tottenham for the Belgian, who has 6 months left on contract and is looking at a lucrative move to the Far East. The 31-year-old has returned to training after recovering from ankle ligament damage, but has struggled of late with the physical demands of the Premier League season. Moussa Dembele may be set for a move to Asia. 12:56 Clyne heading to Bournemouth. The full-back will be moving to the South Coast for the remainder of the campaign. Clyne has started just one Premier League appearance for the Reds this term, filling in against Manchester United in the 3-1 victory at Anfield. Cardiff City were also interested in taking the former Southampton man. 12:54 incoming at Coventry. Confirmation now in that striker Conor Chaplin has completed a permanent switch from Portsmouth. At the beginning of the campaign, Chaplin joined the Sky Blues on loan, with the option to make the deal permanent in the January window. That time has now arrived, and Coventry have exercised the clause. In his 21 appearances for the club so far, he has 5 goals. $12.23 Ipswich seal Keane loan deal. Ipswich have bolstered their ranks with the loan signing of striker Will Keane. The 24-year-old has been handed the number 14 shirt and moves to Portman Road from Hull City until the end of the season. Ipswich have confirmed he will go straight into the squad for Saturday's FA Cup trip to Accrington Stanley. $12.13 Hibs lose Ambrose. And they're not very happy about it. The player has departed after activating a clause in his contract which permitted a January exit. The club made every effort to keep him, but respect his decision and wish him well, the club commented. $11.53 Madine poised for Sheffield loan. Gary Madine has been in talks with Sheffield United over a potential loan until the end of the season. The player has been made available for loan by the Bluebirds and will look to seal a departure in the coming weeks. Cardiff signed the player from Bolton this time last year, though in his 6 appearances this season he has failed to find the back of the net. Cardiff City's Gary Madine looks set to join Sheffield United on loan. $11.26 done deal. In Italy, Bologna have delved into the market. They've signed Nicola Sanson from Villarreal to provide firepower for the business end of the season. The 27-year-old has been capped 3 times by the national team and will take the number 10 shirt at his new club. $11.05 more outgoings at Palace. First Williams, and now Jordan Much. The midfielder has left the club by mutual consent after making 40 appearances for the Eagles. He most recently featured for Vancouver Whitecaps on loan. $10.53 Bayern man on the move. Young striker Frank Avina has departed Bayern Munich on loan in search of playing time. The 18-year-old has joined Bundesliga 2 side Holstein Kiel. A loan-long deal has been penned, which will keep Avina at the club until 2020. $10.27 Arsenal to raid United. Interesting one here, as reports emerge of an Arsenal interest in Manchester United starlet Andreas Pereira. The youngster broke through last season, but was restricted to sporadic appearances under former boss Jose Mourinho. He will now assess his future following Mourinho's departure, as Liverpool and Arsenal are said to be keeping an eye on the situation along with West Ham and Everton. Manchester United's Belgian-born Brazilian midfielder Andreas Pereira is in demand. $10.17 Lallana loan. Reports in Turkey are linking Adam Lallana with a loan move to Fenerbahce. Publication Photomac state the interest is concrete. with the playmaker wanted on a short-term basis until the end of the season. Lallana has found his playing time limited this season after returning from injury, but struggling to regain a place due to the impact of summer signing Xherdan Shaqiri. Adam Lallana is wanted on loan by Turkish giants Fenerbahce. 10:02 PSG also determined for De Jong. And the De Jong battle looks set to rage on, while PSG also have designs on the hugely rated Matthijs de Ligt. The Dutch duo have become two of the most sought-after players on the market, and PSG are hoping to prize them away from Amsterdam this month. Ajax may be tempted to cash in despite a Champions League last 16 tie with Real Madrid looming in February. Read the full story here. PSG want both Matthijs de Ligt and Frenkie de Jong. 9:45 Barca determined for De Jong. When Barcelona firmly set their sights on a player, it usually only goes one way. The Catalan giants are determined to bring Ajax starlet Frenkie de Jong to the Nou Camp, though are facing increased pressure from Paris Saint-Germain. It is today being reported that Barca are in contact with the player in hope of selling him. The appeal of the club, though, cannot match PSG when it comes to wages. Bookmakers still have Manchester City firmly in contention to pull off a shock move for the playmaker. (9:37) Done deal. Charlton have confirmed the permanent signing of Wales international Johnny Williams. The 25-year-old has made the move across London from Crystal Palace. Those among you who have recently watched the Sunderland documentary on Netflix will be familiar with the name. Williams has signed a short-term contract until the end of the season and could be in line to make his debut for the club when they face conveniently Sunderland this weekend. Johnny Williams has signed a 6-month contract with Charlton Athletic. 9:28 Spurs confirm Alderweireld extension. Tottenham have now officially confirmed they have activated the option to extend defender Toby Alderweireld's contract until 2020. The Belgian had come to an impasse with Spurs regarding a fresh deal, so the extension option has been triggered. This does, however, have a knock-on effect. The triggering of the extension also means the player can now be signed for £25 million by rival clubs. (9:23) Navas pens new deal. Reports in Spain claim goalkeeper Keylor Navas has signed a new deal with Champions League holders Real Madrid. The player had been linked with Arsenal in recent weeks, though Unai Emery had personally ruled out a move. He looks set to remain in Spain and deputise for Thibaut Courtois. Keylor Navas looks set to continue his stay in Madrid. 9:05 Fulham up Cahill pursuit. Fulham are reportedly upping their interest in Chelsea defender Gary Cahill. The Cottagers are considering sending Timothy Fosu-Mensah back to parent club Manchester United in order to free up loan space in the squad. The maximum number of loans registrable in the same season is 4. Cahill is expected to be brought in until the end of the season, with a potential permanent deal thereafter. Gary Cahill could be making the short journey across West London from Chelsea to Fulham. 8:58 done deal. Swindon have bought a new house. Or loaned one, at least. Ben House, to be precise. The young striker has made the switch from Reading to the county ground until the end of the season. Canice Carroll has also joined the club on loan from Brentford. 8:55 Ramsey. Italy bound. The big name who dominates transfer talk at the moment. Aaron Ramsey appears bound for Turin. The Welsh midfielder is out of contract at the end of the season and has been unable to agree a new deal with the Gunners. And reports in Italy suggest that the 29-year-old has signed a pre-contract agreement with Juventus ahead of a free transfer in the summer. Read the full story here. Aaron Ramsey looks destined for Juventus once his Arsenal deal expires. 8:49 Chelsea striker woes continue. Chelsea look to have hit a setback in their pursuit of striker Gonzalo Higuain. It's no secret the Blues are lacking in firepower this season, and Maurizio Sarri was believed to be keen for a reunion with Higuain, who he worked successfully with at Napoli. Issues have arisen, however, with the complexities of a potential deal, with Higuain being owned by Juventus, but currently being on a prepaid loan with AC Milan. Read the full story here. Chelsea remain favourites with bookmakers bet Victor, while Manchester United are in contention. Chelsea's hopes of bringing in Gonzalo Higuain have hit a setback. 8:38 The comeback kid. The threat of relegation can make you do some truly crazy things. For Newcastle United, this could be the signing of Mario Balotelli. The enigmatic forward has been linked with a sensational return to the Premier League, with Nice president admitting his spell with the club is likely coming to an end. Read the full story here. Watford and Leicester also feature as outside tips for the forward signature. Mario Balotelli could be set to grace the Premier League once again. 8:24 A good day for transfers. Good morning one and all. We may be only 4 days into the new year, but it's transfer season and clubs are wasting no time at all. We'll be bringing you every done deal, rumor and speculation as they unfold. Live. Bid 6,556,909 channel sport page or https://www.dailymail.co.uk/sport/football/article 6,556,909 transfer news. Live. Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, City latest. HTML status finished green box body modified order 200.